certain commentators, liberal commentators in the other side of the political spectrum, have actually been commenting about certain religious practices of the athletes, their personal faith. Why do you think this is happening for the first time, and why do you think they are actually being shamed, and what do you think about this very saddening development?
I mean, to be really fair, I'm not surprised, and you don't expect things from certain people, and you stop being surprised. I mean, you have the case of a comedian who masquerades as a YouTuber, who said that one movie and one actor, one Bollywood actor should be praised and given the plaudits for her hockey victories, for women's team. You have a politician masquerading as a comedian in Kunal Kamra talking all sorts of nonsense. You have comedians masquerading as politicians in parliament. I don't need to mention the names. There are too many to count. And we'll probably, carry on doing this show for the next 2 days if I have to start mentioning the names. So these are people, whose whole agenda, especially, certain people in the left-leaning media, and certain people who call themselves activists, and these are people who earns their bread and butter, to be fair, by talking such nonsense. So it's not surprising, and I don't think you and I or anybody watching this show should really be surprised about the fact that all this is happening, because literally their funding comes from trying to denigrate anything that is talks wonderful or talks great about this country's glorious heritage, our culture, our ethos, our belief systems, and what makes this country, what gives this country our identity, right? And that is, and you've seen this happening, right from a chess player, or a cricketer, or one of the very few non-Urduized Bollywood stars, or stars that we have, and some of our politicians and academics as well. So when you have somebody who deviates from the crowd, who doesn't, for lack of a better word, suck up to a certain coterie, a certain cabal, that pushback will happen. If Neeraj Chopra had a different political alignment to what he professes on Twitter, we might have had a completely different reaction to, from these quarters that you mentioned about following his gold medal victory. But the fact that, he has come out so strongly, wishing the prime minister and rebuking a certain popular journalist, that these people just can't stand it. They
Right.
just can't stand the fact that a self-made man from a humble background, from a remote, tiny village, can actually go on eating desi khana, being proud of his desi roots, speaking very rustic, simple Hindi, go on to become the Olympic gold medalist. These people just cannot stand it. And that is their irony, that is their problem, that is their pain. But don't bother about them. Let them be. Let them be.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.